Give me a year, guys.
2015.
2015, May or June? I'll say May or June. January or June?
June.
June. Mira, January or June?
January.
Since we need a tiebreaker now. Somebody else. January or June?
January.
Okay, I guess it's January. Ivan, I'll do June next.
All right, see.
Let's go. All right. The diagram below shows two position vectors O to R and O to S such that R is 6, 2 and S is minus 4, 3. Write as a column vector in the form XY O to R. So, Mira, how would I go from O to R? And how would I write that as a column vector? So, Mira, do you know how you would answer that question?
No, I feel like if I answer it, I'll sound real stupid.
No, it's real easy. Just tell me. Tell me what you have in mind. In this class, we don't judge. We don't judge. Okay, just judge me, but like, I don't judge all. Yeah. Cough, Perseus and Rhea. But anyways, yeah, Mira, say whatever you have in mind. I don't care. Just tell me something. Tell me something. If you're wrong,
Wait, R to O?
O to R. O to
O
R.
to R. Okay, O to R will be 2 blocks up
No, you always move horizontally first. You see
or
X?
horizontal.
Yeah.
Okay, it'll be 6, 2.
Right. Right? It'll literally just be 6, 2. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're confused, like it's so straightforward. Watch. Enter point is given by a X value first and a Y value.
Yeah,
The X value is 6.
and the Y value is 2.
Yeah. Tell you like real like majority of vectors is straightforward. Right? And Mira, if you wanted to understand it on the graph, if you want to go from O to R, and you have to move 6 to the right and then 2 up.
Yes.
So 6, 2. Great. O to S now. How would I go from O to S? O to S.
I real talking on my mic off. 4 spaces to the left,
Yeah, 4 spaces to the
so
left.
-4, and then 3 spaces up.
Great. Right, so 4. Right, so it's 4 to the left. So -4. And then it's 3 up. So it's +3. Joshua, let me know if you're understanding everything so far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understand.
Okay, nice. If at any point something confusing you, don't be scared to unmute. Let me know. Right. Okay. So Mira, S to R now. S to R. So tell me, Mira, if I wanted to go from S to R. So there's two ways you could work this question out there. Two ways. So two ways. Graphically or using the triangular rule of vectors. So Mira, in part 3, they want us to go from where to where? What point to what point?
S to R.
S to R. So if I want to go from S to R, wouldn't it be, just fix this. Wouldn't S to R be this line segment over here? S to R.
Yeah.
So how would I go from S to R? I would need to go from S to,
Is it S to O and then O to R?
yep, excellent job. So if I want to go from S to R, it'll be S to O, right? And then from O, we'll move to
O
R.
to R.
Now, guys, SO is in the opposite direction of what vector here? Tell me, Mira. SO is in the opposite direction to what vector here?
OR.
No. What would be the opposite of going from S to O?
S to R.
Mm-mm. If if I have if I'm going from S to O, what would be the opposite of that? The opposite will be O to S. Tell me if you understand.
Again, sorry, I'm talking, but my mic off. Yeah. That's
So anytime you're going in the opposite direction, the signs are going to change. So in other words, S to O would just be equal to negative OS. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because if I put a negative sign in front of OS, the direction would change and that would be equivalent to SO. Mira, tell me if that confusing you.
no.
You sure you understand that?
Yeah.
All right,
Because it's the opposite side, so it will be negative.
nice. And OR, we don't have to do anything with OR. I can write that back. So now let's do this substitution. So I'm going to write negative OS. So Mira, you can actually do a shortcut, right? You see how they say negative OS?
Yeah.
That just means we're going to change the signs for OS. So instead of writing -4, we could write
3.
4.
Wait,
Because,
no.
because if we have a negative sign on the outside, that negative is going to multiply by the
Oh,
-4, and that's going to turn to 4. If we have a negative
okay.
here, a negative is going to multiply by the 3, and that's going to turn to -3. So here, I think I should put the full working. So I'll put the negative here on the outside. -4, 3. Right? Then plus OR. OR is what?
6, 2.
Nice. So we're going to apply that negative sign to all the elements inside vector OS. So we're going to end up with, what is negative by -4?
Positive 4.
What's negative by 3?
Negative 3.
Great. And what we could do now, we could combine the horizontal movements and the vertical movements. So Mira, the horizontal movement,
Uh-huh.
do the full working, right? So -4, 4 minus 3, right? We have that vector, and then we have 6, 2. What is the horizontal component for each of these vectors? For this vector, what's the
4 and 6.
right? So you're just gonna add 4 and 6. What's 4 and 6? What's 4 and 6?
10.
What is -3 plus 2? -3 plus 2. I think you, yeah.
A plus and a minus is a minus.
Wait, you're talking
What?
about multiplication. In this case,
Oh,
we are
wait, no. Okay, so you don't do that.
it's
You
-3.
just,
Let me show you a way to think about it, right? Anytime you see negative, think of takeaway. So Mira, imagine you take away 3 of something and
uh-huh.
think of add as give back. So you take away 3, you give back 2. How much you still have?
You take away 3 and you gain 2.
No, you take away 3 and you give back 2. How much you still have to give back? I'll say that again. Imagine you take away 3 of something, right?
Yeah.
I would just say
Uh-huh.
you take $3 from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You give them back 2.
You have to give them back 1.
Right. So you're still owing them 1, so -1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You understand the logic? Some of you
Yeah.
understand. Okay. So does everybody understand how I worked that question out? Joshua, let me know if you understand how I did that.
Yeah, understood, sir.
Okay,
Because since that we need to find the SR, we default the idea to the ISO plus OR. Then the switch the order. Negative OS plus OR equals negative 4 3 plus 6 2. Then then you put it back to 4 negative 3 plus 6 2 equals to 10 negative 1.
straightforward, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Now that's one way you could do it. If you're particularly clever, this is what you can do. So Mira, it's literally asking us how to go from S to R. So let me show you something, right? Watch this, right? So Mira, you're looking.
Yep.
Check this, right? Remember, it's horizontal first, then vertical. So if I start from S, I would have to move this amount of places to what direction?
To the right.
Right? And then I would have to move how much spaces down?
One space down.
Right. So that would just simply be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, and then one space down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 10 minus 1, the same answer, right? Right, so if you did this, you could tell them from the graph, S to R is just simply 10 minus 1. Sky, let me know if you understand how I did it graphically to go from S to R. Yeah? Okay, nice. Ivan, do you understand how I went from S to R graphically?
Could you go with one more time?
All right. So Ivan, we want to go from S to R, right? S to R.
Right,
So if we want to go from S to R, wouldn't that mean we starting off at S? Hear my question, right?
right.
We want to go from S to R, which means that we starting at point S. Now, when we do in vectors, you always move horizontally first. Horizontally means left, right? And then you will move vertically, either up or down. So Ivan, watch. If I want to go from S to R, I would need to move 10 blocks to the right. And then what next? If I want to reach R, where's my next step, Ivan?
One down.
Right. So 10 to the right means positive 10. And since I move one space down, I'll be negative 1. That's it.
All right.
Understand it?
Yes, sir.
Nice. And this is a long working using the triangular rule of vectors. Okay, cool. I trust that everybody understands that. Simran, let me know if you understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice. All right, OS. Let me see if I remember how to find the magnitude of a vector. You gotta remember the formula. Magnitude of a vector, V, is equal to the square root of what? You gotta remember the formula.
Is it x squared plus y squared?
Yep. What you know? Big maths boss.
So that was our wild guess.
Right, but you remember it. So in this case, right, what is X for OS? Tell Maria.
-4.
Right, so we're going to write negative 4 squared plus y squared. What is y?
3
So I'm going to write 3.
squared.
So we're going to end up with 4 squared is negative 4 squared is 16. 3 squared is 9. 16 plus 9 is?
Sorry, sir.
What is 16 plus 9?
25.
Right? So we're going to end up with the square root of 25. What's the square root of 25?
5.
Yep, the final answer is 5. Easy, right? So like, guys, Ollie just scored. Let me see how much marks Ollie scored, right? Easy marks. 2, 4, 5. Ollie just scored 5 marks, right? Okay. Now on to like a difficult question. So Ria, I want you to help me with part V. So give part V a read for me.
Given that OT equals to 2, 5, prove that OSTR is a parallelogram.
Okay. It's sounding kind of confusing, and
Yeah, but I think we did a question like this before.
you remember, I
Yeah, that one's tough.
remember, right? So this question was show by calculation that OPQR is a parallelogram. Now, if a shape is a parallelogram, then the opposite sides supposed to have the same vector, which means that they are parallel. And it also means that they have the same length. Mira, in case you're confused, right? Do you know what a parallelogram is? Tell me, Mira, do you know what a parallelogram is? Mira, if you're talking, you're unmuted. Eh? I mean, you're muted. If you're talking, you're muted. Okay, and I heard from Mira. Simran. Simran, do you remember what a parallelogram is? Okay, and I heard from Ria. People real dodging my boy.
Hello.
So that way you go bald.
I feel so, boy. Mira, you really take a joke serious, boy. Wait.
Sorry, my bad, my bad. I have a cat trying to walk on my keyboard and thing. I really don't know what's going on. Yeah. I know it's a parallelogram.
The next thing you go and tell me, the cat lick the butter.
I don't know what it is with the cats. Like my laptop, they just always be like walking on the keyboard and thing all the time. I don't know why.
Well, I hope the cat write in the exam too, eh? The cat write in the exam.
I
I
think so, no, because he just sit down next to me, like listening to you talking. So
yeah, I feel
I
the cat.
guess and he like interested. He might be like a new Albert Einstein or something.
I feel like the cat has a dog in him. Yeah, he gonna mash up that exam. Right? So Mira, you say you know it's a parallelogram, right? You say you know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know it's a parallelogram.
If a shape is a parallelogram, it means that the opposite sides are,
The opposite sides are equal.
and not just equal, they are. Starts with P.
What?
Ivan, I think you said the correct thing, right? Parallel, right? Yeah. Mira, the parallel, right? And you see
The
that the parallel.
parallel, they equal, and they have the same angles.
Yes, yes. So if we want to use vectors to show that a shape is a parallelogram, then we need to prove that the vectors for the opposite sides are the same. Let me just give you an example here. This is a question we did last class. So Mira, I drew the shape here. If it's a parallelogram, then vector PQ supposed to be equal to vector OR, right? And we prove that.
Yeah.
Again, if it's a parallelogram, vector OP supposed to be equal to vector RQ. That's
Yeah.
that's how you prove if something is a parallelogram or not. So let's do this question
Mm-hmm.
here. So we have OS, we have OR, and they are telling us this new vector OT. So Mira, my advice is go in the graph and do a rough sketch. So OT is 2, 5. So tell me how to plot OT. How would I do that, Mira? How would I go from O to T? By following the vector 2, 5. So OT is 2, 5. OT It's 2, 5.
Okay, so you go 2 spaces to the right,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go 5 spaces up.
It's over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Just by the look of things, does it look like a parallelogram?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So then what sides do I need to prove are the same vector? So Mira, I'll start,
Yeah.
right? I'll start you off. This
Uh-huh.
this is vector what? Just remember that's vector what? O to
O to R,
right? And we could call
S
this
to T.
vector S to T. Nice. Now if it's a parallelogram, those two vectors should be
It should be the same, but parallel.
it should be the same, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you came last class, but I said last class that I went through collinear vectors and parallel vectors. If two vectors are the same, it means that they're parallel. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And another way to think about it is they have the same slope. Watch, they have the same slope. So they're parallel. Oh, you know about rise over run? Mira, you ever hear about that? Rise over run?
Were you talking about?
Talking about gradients.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know.
Mira, you should come to the Form 4 class. You should come to the Form 4 class. It's free. It's no extra fee. Because we just spend
I
real
will do that from next week. I keep on telling myself, I keep on doing. I will do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. But I actually need to do it. So yeah.
yes, because like Ria, tell Mira how much she missing out on, like she real missing out on thing. Like
We made Sir go a ball like 5 times last week, I think. Yeah, they're fun.
well, if you say it like that, she bound to join. She bound to join.
That's
Yeah.
that's
But
why I start so.
you had to be the brand ambassador from now, yes? If you want, make a TikTok video from her. If all they want to make so bold, come to the live or like come to the crash course. You know? I want to see if that will work. Or whenever that will work, boy.
Sorry, I camera shy, so maybe I don't know, somebody else could do that. But yeah, that's a real good idea.
Okay. Well, you don't have to be like any video where you could record yourself saying it, you know. Yeah.
True, true.
Right. So
I
Miriam,
will go on Canva and make a flyer instead.
Right, that's it.
yeah. That would be nice. And I can see my
But we
student.
have to we actually have to Photoshop your bold though, like that same profile picture I have right now, but just no hair.
That's crazy. I could already imagine all the chat GPT, make my teacher go bald. I could imagine the like vicious titan. I could already see it in my head.
Hey, we giving you 2 options, right? You have to pick one. Is either you get gray hair or you go bald.
Mm, I feel like this is what it's gonna be like if I have a daughter. I could imagine this being the case. Like I could already imagine it.
Oh yeah, and then your all your bank cards and stuff gonna get Alzheimer's, cause yeah.
Yeah. Now, but if I have daughters, I gonna real spoil them to show them that no boy can like pull no style. Because like I do the most for them. So they go know what luxury is. Makes sense. Yeah. Right. So yeah, or they could make a video for me advertising the crash course, having a crash course in December for January. Yeah. I will send you guys the dates. I'll be real funny though if they make a flyer with my bold. You know what they could do for fun? I'll actually post it up. I would actually do that. Yeah. I just take myself lightly. That would be really funny. So yeah, I give it all the permission to do all the thing. Curious to see how that will come out. Right. So Mira, let me continue, right? So Mira, if this is a parallelogram, vector ST should be the same as vector OR, right?
Yeah.
Joshua, you understand what I'm saying, Joshua? if this shape is a parallelogram, then ST, the vector for ST and the vector for OR supposed to be the same. Right? That's what I'm saying, Joshua.
Okay.
Because Joshua, in a parallelogram, the opposite sides are parallel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have the same length. If we could show that they have the same vector, we could show both. We could show that both of them is the case. We could show that they have the same length and it parallel, right? And Joshua, we need to do it for the other pair of sides. So Joshua, if I would need to show that OS, vector OS is equal to what? Which other vector?
OR.
No. In a parallelogram, the opposite sides supposed to be equal. So it's the same logic here, Joshua. What is the opposite side to OS?
RT.
Yes. So we need to show that OS is equal to RT. So let's get cracking. So Joshua, I want you to help me with OS and RT. Right, before we begin, Joshua, just remind me, what was vector OS?
-4, 3.
Great. And if this is a parallelogram, then vector OS supposed to be equal to what, Joshua?
Vector OS equals to -4, 3. Oh, wait.
You told me the correct thing a little while back. So if it's a parallelogram, then vector O to S should be equal to what other vector?
The O to S, that would be
So think about it, Joshua. If a shape is a parallelogram, it means that the opposite sides are equal. So it means that vector OS should be the same thing as what vector? Which other vector?
-3, 4.
No, it should be the same thing as vector RT.
4, -3.
No, it's supposed to get -4, 3, right? It's supposed to get -4, 3. But here what I'm saying, Joshua. I'm saying that if this is a parallelogram, then vector O to S supposed to be equal to R to T. So now we have to find what R to T is. So that's what we need to do. So we need to figure out what R to T is. And if it equal, that means that those two sides are parallel. So Joshua, how would I figure out vector R to T? Tell me, Joshua, how would I figure out R to T?
R to T.
And just keep in mind, in the question, they gave us O to T. They told us that O to T was 2, 5. So we know what O to T is. So Joshua, if we want to figure out vector R to T, right? So we want to figure out vector R to T. That means that we are starting from what point? If you want to go from point R to point T, where are you starting from?
OR.
Here I was saying, right? If I want to go from R to T, where's the starting point? Where would I start from?
R.
Correct. And I want to go to T, right? Okay, so I'm starting off from R. I want you to tell me, Joshua, how could I move to reach at T? So I started at R. How could I move next? R to where? So I'll give you a hint, right? I could move from R to O, and then where? What next?
R. That is O to T.
Perfect. R to O and O to T. R to O and O to T. But Joshua, RO will be the same thing as what? If you notice, Joshua, we don't have OR. I mean, we don't have RO. We actually have OR. So tell me, Joshua, RO would just be what OR? Positive OR or negative OR?
Positive or
Nah,
no negative.
right? And the reason for that, right, Joshua, is that, check this out, right? We were given vector OR, and that's in that direction. So OR is in this direction. But if we want to figure out RO, you notice that it's in the what direction? The same direction or the opposite direction?
Opposite direction.
Right. So that means RO is the same thing as negative OR. Negative OR. Wouldn't be OR because OR and RO, they go in opposite directions. So you need to put the negative sign there. Understand?
Yeah, understand.
Right? And we were given OT, right? In the question, we were told that OT is 2.5. I don't need to do anything there. We know that OT is 2.5. All right, so Joshua, let's substitute now. What is vector OR?
OR 62.
OR was 6.2. Okay. And what was vector OT? What will be given?
25.
2.5. So let's apply that negative sign to everything inside. So that's going to turn to negative what? That'll be negative 6.
Negative 6 plus 2.
Nah, that negative there is going to apply to the 6 and to the 2. So that's going to turn to negative 2 as well. All right. What next, Joshua?
Minus 2.
Right. So
Well,
minus 2. And then you're going to add that to 2.5. So tell me, Joshua, what's the next step?
we usually add in
All right. So we're going to add minus 6 and 2. So what's minus 6 plus 2?
minus 6 plus 2, negative 6 plus 2, that equals to 4, negative 4.
Right. What's negative 2 plus 5?
Negative 2 plus 5, that's 3.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, Joshua, remember at the start, right? At the start, what did we see? We said that this would be a parallelogram if vector OS is equal to what?
4s equals to negative 4, 3.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm going for. If this is a parallelogram, it means that OS is the same thing as RT. You're confused by that, or you understand that?
Understand.
Okay. So we're trying to prove if OS will be equal to RT. So Joshua, what is vector RT?
Negative 4, 3.
Was it equal to OS?
The OS, yes.
Yes. So is that good news or bad news?
Good news.
Right, that's good news. So now we could come on right. We could say OS is equal to RT. Right, we could say that. Mira, tell me if you understand that.
So far, yes.
All right, nice. All right, so what did this prove? This proves that OS, right, and RT are equal in length and parallel. Now we need to do it for the other sides, right? So Joshua, I'm going to give somebody else this part, but I want you to start off, right? So Joshua, you understood how we did this, the first question? We found OS and RT, and we tried to see if it was equal.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Joshua, if we do in the other side, right, the other pair, I would want to prove that OR is equal to what?
OR equal to ST.
Excellent. Right. So Mira, take it away. Right. So Mira, just remind me, what was vector OR?
OR was 6, 2, which then turned into -6, -2.
Wait, -6, -2.
Yeah.
No, OR. We just dealing with OR here. Right? OR is equal to 6, 2. And that's what OR is?
Yeah.
Yeah, OR is 6, 2. Now, so Mira, what I'm saying is if this is a parallelogram, then vector O to R should be the same thing as what other vector?
S to T.
Yep. So we need to prove that S to T is also 6, 2. That's what we need to prove. So Mira, how would I find for S to T? Was the full working? So Mira, how would I go from S to T? Or we know we started off at S. What's the next step?
Is it S to O and O to T?
Yep, you are correct. S to O and O to T. Yep. S to O plus O to T. Now, do we have vector S to O? Or do we have vector O to S?
O to S, but isn't that the same thing?
It's not the same thing, but you could write it in terms of OS, right? So SO would just be what? It would just be what? If you're writing it in terms of OS, what would it be?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Okay. So Mira, in vectors,
Yeah.
if you change direction, by a negative sign. So S to O, this would be S to O. O to S would be in the opposite direction.
Okay.
So S to O is the same thing as OS negative.
But negative. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Anytime it change in direction, by negative. You would have seen me doing it for the previous part. R to O, you would have seen me write minus OR.
Okay.
And the reason I'm doing that is because like in this question, I was not given RO. I was not. Enter was given OR though.
Yeah, so you just use that and put the minus sign.
Because
Negative.
because all RO is, it's just OR, but in the opposite direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just put negative OR, which is the same thing as RO. Right? So I hope you understand that. So S to O. S to O, that would just simply be negative what? Mira, S to O is negative what?
Wait, go back on the diagram.
Wait, we're not plugging in values yet. We're writing these statements. So SO is the same thing as negative what? O,
OS.
right? Plus OT.
Okay, yeah.
Go to diagram now.
So -4 is it? Yeah, -4, 3. Or would it be -3? No.
Right, it was -4, 3. Because watch. -4, 3. right? So OS is minus 4, 3. I feel like you're a little confused. Tell me if you're confused about anything.
Nah, I actually getting it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just taking a while to process it.
Okay. Don't be scared to stop, man, at any point. I don't mind, right? The whole point of this is all they learn, right? And then O to T. What were we given O to T as? They gave us O to T. What was that?
Two, 5.
2, 5, right? Okay, what's next?
Minus 4 plus 2.
Not so fast. You see how we have a negative sign outside this vector?
Mm-hmm.
That just means we have to change the sign of everything on the inside. So instead of writing -4, I'm going to write 4. And instead of writing 3, I'm going to write what?
-3.
Yep. Plus 2, 5. Okay, what's next?
You're gonna add it. So 4 plus 2 is 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then minus 3 plus 5.
Minus 3 plus 5 is?
This is what confusing me, right? Because you say that how the is well, I
It,
was saying that a plus by minus is a plus by minus is a minus, and then it's I was thinking about multiplication. This is what
yeah, this is addition here. Okay.
okay,
Um,
okay, okay.
I feel like I gotta take a class. Like someday are free, which is not right now. Anytime, like once I'm free, I'll do a TikTok live or something. I wouldn't even charge anybody because so much kids is out trouble with the directed numbers. Um, one of these days I'll do a TikTok live going through directed numbers when I have time. Right? Mira, when are you writing the exam? January or June?
June.
Okay, good, good. Right? Yeah, so we have time, right? And I'm gonna be doing a crash course in December. Right? But somewhere along that, I'll be doing free sessions on TikTok covering all the areas that people have problems with. So Mira, please, I hope I see you in that because I'm gonna cover directed numbers. Right? But let me give you a quick explanation for this, right? So -3 plus 5. So
Uh-huh.
imagine you take away 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine you take $3 from somebody. You take $3 from somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you pay them $5. That means that you'd pay off the $3 and you'd give them how much money?
Yes, I take $3, right?
Right.
And then I give somebody $5
That means
when
that you
it's
pay
supposed to be
back,
$3. So I'll have to take back $2.
but like you're giving them $5 though. You're giving them the $5, right? You're not taking them back. So if you're giving them back, if you're just giving them the $5, it means that you pay off your debt and you pay off your debt and you give them $2. So that too is positive since it's not debt anymore.
Okay.
So like here what I'm saying again, right? Like -3. That means you're owing somebody $3, right? -3,
Mm-hmm.
owing somebody.
Yeah.
So all you had to do is pay them back $3, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you get them $5. So
$5 plus interest.
yeah. So that means like you get them back $3, right?
Yeah.
You pay off your outstanding fee,
Mm-hmm.
you get them $2. Could probably be interest,
Mm-hmm.
right? The point
Okay.
is you're not owing them any money again. So the amount of money you give them would be added to their bank account. Because
Mm-hmm.
okay, because think about it. If you borrow somebody money, right?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to pay them off. And when you pay them off, and they would have the current amount of money, right? And then if you get them more money on top of that, it would add. Because think about it, Mira. If I take $3 from somebody and I get them back $3, am I increasing the amount of money they have in the bank, or am I just simply giving them back the money I take?
You're giving them back the money you take.
Right. It's only when you pay off the money that you borrow, then it could add, and it could increase the amount of money they have.
Okay.
Because if you get them $2 and just owing them $1,
Yeah.
yeah, if you get them $3, you pay it off, and then
Mhm.
$2 extra. So positive 2.
Okay.
Right? So minus 3 plus 5 is positive 2. An easier way to do that, right? Like, you see how we have minus 3 plus 5? Another way I could write that is just 5 minus 3. That's really easy. You know how to do 5 minus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. 6-2. You understand that? Some of you
I
answer.
understand. I'm just feeling so dumb right now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're learning. So, Mira, were we able to prove that OR and ST were the same?
Yes.
Yep. So we could write OR is equal to ST. And if that is the case, then it would prove that OR and ST are equal in length.
Equal in length and parallel.
So I think you all could easily get that 4 marks. I think you could do it. I believe in you all. I could see it happening.
Like when I'm looking back at it now, it actually like really easy. It's just in my head, I was be like, wow, that's hard, but it's not.
It not maths is just look hard. Maths is like the biggest imposter like in history. Maths is just look hard. But like when you get onto it, it's really not that bad. Okay. Um, I hear this new good notes update. I don't know if I always use good notes, but like the new update is like trash. So bad.
So I'll have to agree with you on that. It gives too much trouble.
Yeah, and another thing, right? If I move this, somewhere, right? Why you putting this bar over here where I'm moving it, right? Because that way, like when you want to get rid of the bar, you would tap somewhere on the screen. You know what I mean, Priscilla? Like if I want to drop this somewhere, I would leave it over there and I would tap somewhere outside. I would tap some.
Yes,
Well, what has happened is sometimes I'll tap and I'll tap the scissors. I could just erase. Don't know why.
I'll just copy and paste.
Like you see what I mean? I don't know. Like, they make us so stupid. Jeez. But anyways, Mira, I want to do a recap on this question, right? Just to
Okay.
make sure we have it.
Mm-hmm.
So when we are writing a vector, we state the x first, then the y. So horizontal, then vertical movement. Agree?
Agree.
So O to R, to go from O to R is just 6 to the right and then 2 up. Even simpler is just the coordinate, but you're writing it vertically. You see in that? Like okay, I write it horizontally here and then I write it vertically here. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then OS is the same thing. I just minus 4, 3. Simple. If I want to go from S to R, right? If I want to go from S to R, wouldn't I have to go from S to O and then O to R?
Yeah.
Yeah. S to O plus O to R. But do I have a vector S to O? Tell me, Mira.
Yeah.
Well, not in the explicit form. Like no way am I seeing SO is equal to like the answer. But how could I find SO, Mira? How could I find S to O?
You
Uh,
have to look at it from the opposite side.
yeah, that's if you're looking at it graphically, but there's one to see this working, right? So again, S to O will be in this direction. right? O to S would be in the same direction or the opposite direction.
Opposite direction, and it would be negative.
Right, so be negative OS. So SO is just negative OS plus OR. You understand the algebra part? Well, I can't even call it algebra, that's just simplifying.
Yeah,
Just simplify,
understood.
right? You need to remember the magnitude formula. Anytime you see these lines on either side, they're asking you for the length or magnitude. And that's just simply the square root of the horizontal component squared plus the vertical component squared. Just x squared plus y squared, right? OS is minus 4, 3. So x is minus 4 and y is 3. Understand? Or like, this part confusing there.
No, understood.
So all I'm doing is just substituting. So x is minus 4, so I'll say minus 4 squared. Y is 3, so I'll say 3 squared. That's it. Yeah. We okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. Part V now. Guys, anytime I get a question where they ask you to prove something is a parallelogram, please draw the thing. I beg you earlier. Please draw the thing so you can see how it's looking. Because Mira, when you read this, and like you're holding your head and screaming, like, what do you have that mean? OSTR is a parallelogram. You understand? Like, what I mean? Like when you read that, doesn't that scare you a bit?
I see type of person to watch that and then what the question and say it had no parallelogram in it.
Exactly. So here are ways to do, right? If they're telling you that O to T is 2, 5, I want you to go on the graph and I want you to put vector O to T. And then I want you to connect the points so you can see the parallelogram. Understand?
Yeah.
Once you can see the parallelogram, you could see where you had to prove, right? So, Mira, if it's a parallelogram, we have to prove that OS is the same thing as what's other vector.
As TR
Mm.
and then
No, wait,
O what?
nah. Think about
R
RT,
RT.
yeah, right? And what's the other side we're trying to prove? What's the other one we need to prove?
O to R and S to T.
Yep. Do you understand how we found S to T?
Yes.
How would I go from S to T?
It
Mira,
will be S to T,
no, S to O
S to O, and
plus,
then O to T.
right. But do we have SO?
Yes.
No, we don't.
Well, we have negative OS.
Yeah, well, we have OS, right? So we need to
Yeah.
write SO in terms of OS. So SO is just negative OS plus OT. We can write that. Understand?
Yeah.
Great. That's called the triangular rule of vectors. Why? Because it forms a triangle. Watch. Yeah. All right, Mira, how would I do R to T? How would I go from R to T? Somebody working R to T. How am I doing that? R to T.
R to O, O to T
And what would the next line look like?
will be negative OR plus OT.
Nice. Sounds like you have it under control. Right? Ivan, let me move on to you said June?
Yes, sir.
June. Okay. Okay, so Ivan, let me go, right? So Ivan, I want you to give this a read. And girls, and most of the class is just girls, right? And yeah, so girls and Joshua, right? While I do this question with Ivan, see if you can do it by yourself, right? See if you can do it by yourself, right? Extremely, extremely simple question. So Ivan, let me go, right? Give the question I read.
Read it, you say?
Yeah, give the question I read.
The position vectors of the points S to T and T relative to an origin O are -3 and 1 to 1, 2 to 5 respectively. Calculate the value of OR.
Is that 2, 5? Because that's where it says
OR,
5 minus 2.
yeah.
They want us to calculate the value of OR. Okay, Ivan, first thing we need to do is we need to figure out vector OR. Do you know what vector O to R would be?
Vector O to R.
Yeah.
Um,
So let's read the question mark one more time. So they're talking about position vectors. Ivan, a position vector is a vector that starts from the
from the origin.
yes. So they're saying the position vectors of R, S, and T are -3, 4, 1, 1, and 5 minus 2. So which one is OR? Tell me, Ivan, which one is OR?
The 3 and 4.
Nah, you gotta say the signs. You gotta be very specific with the signs. It's not 3 and 4, it's -3, 4.
Oh yeah, -3, 4.
How much of you guys were able to figure that out? -3, 4. Why are you being so far? I'm not hearing anybody. You did?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Big up yourself, Perseus. I find a real close on man. Nobody talking to me. I don't know what's going on. Like, I really want to go ball here, boy. I want to stress out. Hey, I can feel my blood pressure rising. Mira, you get the answer. You get -3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I know I'm not too confident right now, but yeah, I get it.
Okay. Like the tricky thing about this question is it didn't state it explicitly. You needed to read between the lines. They said R, they said S, and they said T, respectively. So you're looking at the order. So R would be -3, 4. S would be 1, 1. T would be 5 minus 2. Ivan, need to say the unit. You need to say the sign, right? Whether it's positive or
All
negative.
right.
Because if you leave out the sign, you won't get any marks. Okay. So Ivan, part 2 now. RS. So Ivan, do you know how you would go from R to S given position vectors?
From S to T.
No. Let me start off with R to S, right? So Ivan, if we want to go from R to S, where are we starting from?
R.
R. And you're not seeing it, right? But you would have to go from R to O, and then from where
O.
see if you can figure it out.
And from O to S. Yeah.
Yep. And tell me this one time. S to T. How would I go from S to T?
Oh, S S to O,
Mm-hmm.
and from O to S.
Now, where do you want to go? You want to go from S to?
T.
Yes. So where So we starting off at S, we go into O, and then from O, where do you want to end up at? Where do you want to reach?
30.
Yep. So S to O plus O to T. Right, now we need to actually solve it. So Ivan, if you look
Yes, sir.
in the question, do we have vector OR? Just remember what OR was. Oh, by the way, waiter. We have finished with part 1. I now realize it was finding magnitude. So Ivan, so guys and girls, we supposed to find the magnitude for part 1, eh? So Ivan, if you want to find the magnitude of a vector, it's just the square root of
Yeah.
the horizontal component squared plus the vertical component squared. So Ivan, let's find the magnitude of OR. So that'll be equal to the square root of minus 3 in bracket squared plus what?
4 square.
Yep. What is minus 3 squared?
The 9 minus
Nah, not minus 9.
16.
No. Minus 3 squared means, that means minus 3 by minus 3. What is a negative by negative?
Positive.
Right? What's 3 by 3?
6.
Nah,
Now mean 9?
9.
9.
So minus 3 squared means positive 9, not negative 9. Don't make that mistake. Anytime you square a number, you get a positive answer. Right? And then Ivan, what is 4 squared?
16.
Yes. What is the square root of 9 plus 16? That will be 25. And what's the square root of 25?
5.
Yep, so that's the answer there.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. Yeah, so Ivan, let's continue with this question, right? But before I do that, let's just write down the vectors. So Ivan, vector O to R. What was vector O to R?
Um, negative 3 to 4.
Right, negative 3, 4. What was vector O to S?
O to S.
Mm-hmm.
So S to T.
Mm-hmm. It's given to us. What is O to S? It was given to us in the question. So Ivan, I would advise you to read back this. So read back this and you'll get your answer. So they're saying that the position vectors
Um, 5 negative 2.
nah, that is O to T. So anytime you see a question like this and they use the word respectively, the order will follow. So watch. R will be the first one they mention, S will be the second one they mention, and T will be the last one they mention. So O to S is what?
4 1.
No,
4 to 1.
O to S is 1 1. And
4 1 1.
yeah, watch. So R is minus 3 4. S is 1 1. And T is 5 minus 2.
Oh,
Right?
oh, oh, oh. Right.
And so O to T, that's 5 minus 2. All right, so Ivan, let's begin to work on what we have here, right? So Mira, let me ask Mira something. Mira, you got through
Yes.
with these questions?
What?
You got through with part 2?
Um, sure.
You wasn't trying it. You wasn't doing the question.
No, I was.
Okay, so let me ask
I
you.
was just also listening to what you were saying.
Okay, well, you have a fair point, right? Because what I was saying was kind of important. All right, so Mira, RO would be the same thing as what? Let me see if you remember.
RO would be the same thing as OR, negative OR
Nice.
plus OS.
Right, so you could go ahead and try to figure it out, right? All right, so Ivan, that confusing you, or you understand that?
I understand.
All right, so I'll just recap it anyways. So R to O, this is R to O. O to R would be in the opposite direction. So Ivan, anytime you're going in the opposite direction, you change the sign. And to do that, you put a negative sign in front. So in other words, RO is the same thing as OR, but with a negative sign in front. Because if I put a negative sign in front of OR, it means that I'll change in the direction to RO. So Ivan, negative OR means that it means RO because the negative sign changes the direction from O to R to R to O. Let me know if that confused.
Right. I understand.
So Ivan, if I had minus SR, that'll be equal to what vector?
It would be um
So the minus sign
uh
would change the direction. So if I have minus SR, that would change the direction and make it the opposite. So what is the opposite of S to R?
to S.
Yep.
Right.
If I have negative AB, that would be the same as what vector?
B to A.
Yep, you getting it again. Uh-huh. So if you see a negative sign in front, that just means we change the direction. So negative OR means the same thing as RO. So we're gonna put the negative sign here. Remind me, what is vector OR?
The vector OR is 3 to 4.
Minus 3, 4. Don't forget the sign.
Minus 3, 4.
And we're adding that to OS. What is OS?
1, 1.
Right? So you see how we have a negative sign here?
Right.
All it means is that we're going to change the signs of whatever is on the inside. So that negative 3 going to turn to what? If we change any sign now, a negative 3 going to turn to what?
Positive.
Right? And 4 going to turn to?
Negative.
Yep. And I'm going to write back the plus 1, 1 because I didn't do anything with that. Right? So Ivan, now we're just going to simplify, right?
Right.
So you see how I have 3 here and 1 here? Both of them
Mhm.
are horizontal components, so you could add them. So 3 plus 1 is?
4.
And where's minus 4 plus 1?
Minus 3.
Yes. So that's the answer. You understand how we do it,
Yeah.
right? Okay, nice. So here what? Let me do S to T now. So Ivan, SO is the same thing as what? What's another way I can write S to O?
OS.
Positive OS or negative OS?
Negative OS.
Right. Can you remind me what vector OS was? Please tell me the signs, if there's any signs. What was vector OS?
It was 1, 1.
Okay, no signs there. All right.
No.
Well, it's really positive, eh? But if you don't have a sign, if you don't have a sign, I mean a positive.
Right.
And then what's vector O to T?
5 and negative 2.
Yep, 5 and negative 2. So the negative sign on the outside, again, all it means is we're going to change the sign on the inside. So that
Right.
positive one going to turn to what?
It's going to turn into a positive.
No, it's already a positive.
Oh,
It's a negative one.
a negative. Yeah, negative.
Hmm? plus 5 minus 2. Okay, so where's minus 1 plus 5?
-4.
Nah, minus 1 plus 5 means that you're taking away 1 from 5. So that'll be 4. Where's minus 1 plus minus 2?
Not 3?
Minus 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you could get these marks in the exam, you know. I think you could do it. I find like there was like real stingy with marks this year, boy. Because normally a question like this would be worth 2 marks.
Uh,
A question like this would be worth 4 marks.
so, one question.
Mm-hmm.
You think I should do the reset in January or in June?
I think you should do it in June to give yourself more time.
All right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right. So, ladies, do we understand this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Simran, I didn't hear from you in a while. Everything all right? Simran? Okay, Simran, I hope everything okay. Sky, are you following along? Is everything making sense? Wait, boy, I really getting blank tonight. Boy. Ria, you understand everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you feel like you could get like okay, this question we just do, right? You feel like you could get the whole 3 marks?
Um, I don't know. I feel like I would forget something.
Okay, what would you think? Let me because I feel like vectors is one of those things you don't really have much to remember. It's more
But I feel like once I read and understand it, I'll get it. My thing is I just rush through, and when I feel like I don't understand it, I just move on.
okay. So it's just like
Yeah,
give up before you make progress.
yeah, that is like when I yeah.
All right.
But Talon, again, past that.
Well, I if I was in all your shoes, if I read this, maybe I'd be confused. That's the only thing that I see in that could cause potential confusion, right? Because Ria, they're saying the position
Nah,
vector.
that one was actually easy for me to understand. I don't know.
Okay, well, if you could figure out that, it's supposed to be able to figure out the entire question, because they're asking us for magnitude here. That's just x squared plus y squared and the square root of that. Simple,
Yeah, I think I mastered that one, that part.
nice. And then this one, r to o plus o to s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one confusing you, or you want me to explain that back?
No, so I understand. Like I was confused, and then as you keep on doing the question, I was like, oh yeah, it makes sense.
That's good. And the reason why I use O is because look at the vectors we were given, OR, OS, and OT. So the middleman here could be O, because really, you see that we're going from R to O, and then from O to S. So O is the middleman,
Yeah.
right? RO is, of course, just negative OR. And you simplify this. Let me know if you, I really want to make sure they understand this. Like, let me know if you're okay. Like, for sure, like 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got this in an exam, you're gonna get your full marks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And STT is the same process. So I trust I understand that. Okay, give me another year now. Give me another year.
So me?
Anybody?
Oh,
Is
what
is
did
it
I hear?
wait,
Like,
it's already 9:01 p.m. and class finished 9:30. I feel like I would just spend the rest of the session doing vector questions. So like next class it'll be fresh and we could start trigonometry, right? Because I feel like I was finally starting to understand vectors. and I don't want to break the momentum. So best we just continue, and I'll give all some questions of homework to do for more as well. Right? So Ria, come back.
2024.
I feel like you do it already, no? We see.
Me? Oh, like we? Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Well, let me do it, right? So, okay, this is vectors. I mean, that's matrices. Right. So, Ria, let's go. We could figure this out, right? We could do this. I know it looking intimidating.
Wow.
I know it looking intimidating, but Ria, we could do it.
Okay.
Give the question,
I'll try
Ari.
my best. In the pentagon OABCD, OA is parallel to DC and AB is parallel to OD.
Wait,
OD is okay.
wait, Ria. So, based on what we just read, right? They're saying that OA is parallel to DC. So, Ria, when you read the question, try to figure out what questions they could potentially ask you. They might want you to prove that OA and DC is parallel. If they are
Yeah.
parallel, I should be able. Well, obviously they're looking like different sizes, right?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be the same vector. But what would happen? Let me give you an example, right? OA could probably be like 2, 3, and OA could probably be like 4, 6, and CD could potentially be 2, 3. What you notice about
Yeah.
what you notice about OA and CD?
CD look like is half of OA.
Right. So once you can show that, it means that vectors are parallel. So in other words, and this is supposed to be DC, yeah? So in other words,
Alright.
I could write this Ria. I could say that OA is just 2 times AC. Once you could pass statement like that in the exam, it means that those two vectors are parallel. One just bigger than the other one. You understand?
Yeah.
And I put 2 in front because, okay, if I want to get 4, 6, right, then I gotta multiply this by 2.
Yep.
Right. So guys, if you want to show that a vector is parallel, then you need to show that the bigger vector could be written as a scalar product of the smaller vector, or vice versa, where you take the bigger one and you write it as a fraction of the smaller one. I probably confused all of there, but let me do the question and you go understand. All right, so Ria, continue reading the second part of the question.
OD is equal to 2AB and OA is equals to 2DC. Vector OA is equals to A and vector AB is equals to B.
Okay, nice. And they label that, right? They said they put in already. OA is A and AB is B. Nice. And Ria, let's understand what they're saying here. They're saying that OD is equal to 2AB. Ria, is that correct?
Yeah. So 2 of AB makes up the whole of OD.
Excellent. That's a very important thing to keep in mind. So, Ria, AB is represented by what?
OA and AB.
AB is represented by,
Oh, AB is represented by B?
yeah, small b, watch. They said AB is B.
Yeah.
So if AB is B, then what do you think I could write OD as?
2AB?
Yeah. And what is AB?
B.
So I could write OD as. You could do it. You're real close to the answer. So you just told me, right? You just told me that OD is just 2 times AB, right?
Yeah.
What is AB?
B.
Right? So it'll be 2.
2B.
Yeah, 2B.
Okay.
Mira, let me know if you actually understand that.
Okay, I want you to repeat what you just said because you're a little smart to be.
The question is to be or not to be. That's a bad joke. But anyways, yeah. So
If
Mira,
you make a joke again, I'll cry. I swear to God.
well, that's my payback. That's my payback. Because like all they want to make my ball, so I want to make all they cry.
At least I participated in a class. I deserve like a cookie or something for this.
If I ever see it, I'll buy you know those containers that just have all like the sewing material and like the pins and thing inside the cookies? You know what I'm talking about?
My grandmother has six of that. I don't want next one. I don't want that.
Okay, okay. If I see it, I'll buy a Cadbury cookies. If I ever see it. I don't know if I'll ever see it. But like
Okay, well, I hold in you to that.
just remember that. I just remind me, right? If you ever see me, just remind me. Okay. Yeah. Right. So Mira, they're saying that OD
Yes. Mm-hmm.
is what? OD is what?
2AB.
Okay. Look at the actual diagram. O to
Mm-hmm.
D, this is O to D, right?
Yeah.
And this AB. It looked
Yeah.
like it looked like OD is how much times bigger than AB?
Twice the size.
Yeah. So if AB is represented by B, so okay, so A to B is B, right? We call it that B.
Yeah.
What do you think O to D is?
2 times B will
Mhm.
be 2B.
That's it.
Okay.
Right. So watch. OD is
Mm-hmm.
equal to 2AB. And what is AB?
A AB.
Yeah, what are we using to represent AB? What are we saying A to B is? Like right here. What are we saying AB is?
AB is B.
Right. So I'll just make a substitution and instead of writing AB, I'll write B. So OD is 2B.
Okay.
Understand? You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. By the way, good job, Proceus. I see like you're sounding the correct thing. That's good. That's good. That's good to hear. Here's starting to grow back on my head. That's good.
Perseus deserve a cookie too, don't forget.
I live for my little clique something here.
So I'm starting to feel sorry for you. I'm starting to feel sorry for you the way you're really to go.
I telling
So
you,
I'll take your side for now.
thank you, thank you. All right. So let me continue, right? So Mira, I want to continue or go back to Ria? Ria, what you want to do? Like let Mira like lose some here or you want to do the question?
So I think she was enough here for the evening, I don't know. Or we could split it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Much
All
appreciated.
right, so Ria,
You're welcome.
they are saying OA is equal to
Hold on, I lag. OA is equals to 2DC. Yeah.
okay. What is OA?
A.
Okay. So hence we could write A is equal to 2DC.
Yes.
I didn't confuse it there, right? Like you understand OA is literally
No. It's the same thing.
A, right? If I want to find for DC then, and DC would just be a half of A, or that confusing here.
Wait. The DC. No.
If I wanted to find for DC, right, I would have to divide by 2 on both sides, no?
Yeah.
So D to C is just a half of A. Now, if that confusing you could look at it graphically, right? So Ria, this is O to A. What are we using to represent O to A?
A.
Okay. C D to C looking like how much, like what fraction are we?
Like a half.
Right. So if we're using small a to represent O to A, wouldn't this just be a half A?
Yeah.
Really hope I didn't confuse you. Like Mira, I'm confusing you, I'm stressing you out. Or like that makes sense.
I still have all the hair on my head, so I think I'm good so far.
Okay, well, I gotta explain it back, right? And in the process, might lose some hair in my head. I feel like it's like a law of equivalent exchange. You know, like you keep your hair, I keep my, you keep your hair, I lose some of mine. Like I keep my hair, you lose some of yours. Yeah. So, Mira, they're saying that O to A is 2 times DC. Can we see that? Like looking at it? Can we see that?
Yeah, we could.
We could see it. So
Mm-hmm.
if this is E, right, then logically this would just be a half a OA, which is a half a A, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I didn't lose it, right?
No.
Okay. Believe it or not, we just figured out a huge part of the question, and now our life is going to be a lot simpler. We can do a lot of things here, essentially everything, right? So, Mira, since you was talking one time, help me with part one. And I promise it real easy. So, Mira, the goal is I want to go from
Mm-hmm.
where to where? I want to go from where to where?
E to D.
Okay, that means I'm starting from where? Where am I starting from?
Um, A to O, O to D.
Yep, that pick up you.
Thank you
Big
very much.
big maths boss here.
Yeah.
Math Vibes Junior. Okay, okay. All right. So the answer is going to be A to O.
O to D.
Now here the thing, right? Am I going
Uh-huh.
to A? Am I going to do that?
No.
No. What am I going to write?
Negative OA.
Right. I was going to skip some working, but like I'm glad you bring up I'm glad they say the full working. That's good. That's good. So negative OA plus OD,
I
right?
feel like if I don't say the proper thing, I will lose marks now. Or like in the paper too. Like if I don't write that, I'll lose marks.
I understand. But if you look at the graph like logically, right? I mean the diagram, if you look at it logically, O to A is in this direction, right? Positive A. So if you're going in the opposite direction, that going to turn to negative A, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So negative OA. We know that OA is just A, so that'll be negative A. And are we going in the direction of O to D? Are we going in the direction of O to D?
Yes.
So relieve those 2B. That's the answer. That's literally it.
Okay.
This whole math thing really not that hard, and
Actually, kind of like in maths now, to be honest.
yeah, it's like kind of like a mind game. It's like a puzzle. Like not that bad. That's good. I'm making a meaningful change in the world. That's good. That's good. While losing some hair in the process, but it's okay. It's okay.
You should be grateful because all my maths teachers I ever had was fat and bald.
Oh shit. Mine
Yes. So
like wow, wow, wow.
be grateful. You have a full head of hair and you're not fat.
Yeah. That's in my head, yeah. As soon as I holiday start, I going back in the gym. Back in the gym. Right?
At least she's a maths teacher because like all the English teachers I ever had too, them was always pregnant.
The stereotype is crazy. But is it true? Is it
No,
true?
no, for real, like that.
Like,
That's all it was doing, just being pregnant.
that's
What?
crazy.
Really? Damn.
Joshua, I was not expecting you to say damn. Yeah, Joshua, that'll happen to you like your English teachers. Like they'll be pregnant all the time.
Nah, Nope.
I feel like after the hour of 9, everybody will just start to lose the filter in this class.
I feel so.
Yeah.
The brains and mouth filter that's
No,
just
wait, hold on, Mira. Oh, Ria, is it?
But I'm Ria, if you're talking to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ria. So wait now, your English teachers at your school, they're pregnant?
Oh, it is not me then, is Mira.
Yeah, all the like every single English teacher I had was pregnant. And then
Why?
My English teacher was like 50 something.
the
She had more.
last one, the last one that I had, she was like, I used to really love English and things, so like writing
Well, I find that
was
if a
my
teacher is
passion.
pregnant, they should do a maternal leave. Simple as that.
No, the last English teacher I had, she actually got married, and then when she came back from like getting married, she was like, "Okay, I fed up with all this," and then just leave her job. So that was
So,
cool. I didn't have an English teacher in Form 5.
I
Wait.
mean, well, that what you just said there, Mira. I mean, part of it's a little understandable because as she's pregnant, she'll soon be a parent, and if she had stayed with the school that you were in, that would have been 2 times responsibility that she would have. And just until less that's out, she decided to leave the school. So that's completely understandable in her case.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's all of them like getting pregnant. Like, why? Like, one
Hey,
all they couldn't
yeah,
just,
yeah,
like
yeah.
just.
They do enough for the plot.
It's
English.
not even funny, but it's
That's the
how she
plot.
said it.
What's the
Apparently,
Oh,
plot?
apparently, like that's the
my
plot.
English teacher at my school is a whole lot different.
Hmm. Anyways,
So what happened to me too, like my current
There
English
was never
teacher in
once
Form
a
4, she was
pregnant teacher
pregnant.
who ever
and
came into our classroom.
I had to record
Never.
this. Are they just talking about pregnant?
Because
Funny. This is too funny.
the teachers at my school, the female teachers, they've already had children attending my school or other schools.
Why are all your teachers pregnant? I don't think I ever see a
No,
pregnant
no,
teacher
no, no,
before.
no, no, no. I didn't say my teachers were pregnant.
So it had a time when my form teacher was pregnant, my English teacher was pregnant, my history teacher was pregnant.
Really?
You
I
see,
don't
Yeah,
know.
she
Something
could
was in the
relate.
water.
She could
Something was in
relate.
the water.
I do not, but at least we have a class baby now. But
I the hell. I mean, that's cute. I like that'd be like the class mascot. You know,
yeah, we have a class baby now, but at a parent time, all the teachers was pregnant. And I don't know why.
that the one like why hey boy, like having so much children in school is not enough. Like like at some point I've had like what 300 people in our group chat, and like that was a lot. That was like intense. Like even like all like I don't feel like I want more children. Like but if I consider all the quote unquote children, like I don't want more children. You know what I mean? And this
Okay,
person,
well, on that note, sir, please don't get pregnant. Thank you.
I wouldn't.
So yeah, the promise. We is the only trip.
Um, First off, one,
Joshua,
Mira. I
Joshua,
mean,
like the facts.
well,
Joshua trying to cook right now.
I mean, come on, man. Mr. Rajiv is clearly a guy, so you can't say he can get pregnant.
Yeah, but we never know. We just had to warn him in case.
Play easy.
Yeah, well,
It's 2025. We're not judging. We're not
Exactly.
judging. We're not
Sir
judging.
could be
We don't
sir.
judge. We
who
don't
knows? It
discriminate.
could
Yeah,
be his
what if
wife.
sir is not a boy? What if sir
You should say
identified for ambulance or something,
you
you know?
should say that it could be it. You should say that it should be his wife.
so, but like, I see somewhere on TikTok, it have this like couple and thing, and the man pregnant. You never know.
I nah,
You know.
that's a trans. That's a trans man.
Yeah, there's no way in like biologically
I do
a
not know
man.
if it's taken it
That,
or not because AI. But
that's true, right? Them AI videos whack. Like they're hell crazy. Like
Like who created?
I
Like
don't know.
why? Why does it even exist? Like, no.
Like the worst thing to exist by far is the Italian brain rot. Like, like might be because I'm gonna just be like,
So brain rot on the whole. What the heck is 6'7"?
I kind of guilty for using that.
I'm not chronically online. I don't get this. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm too Gen Z for this because I'm sure half a Gen Z know what it means, but I don't.
I supposed to be Gen Z and I don't even know what I is.
Damn,
Like,
okay, so we
it's
could
like
say that we too Gen Z for this.
guys like, okay, what would I be? Like I got turn
So
20.
you are like a late millennial, early Gen Z, something like that. I don't know.
I feel
No
like
offense,
I
you're
young,
old, but you're
like,
not old, eh?
I
But
feel
Wait,
still,
so how old is?
I is 21 right now.
Okay, so here's Gen Z.
Yeah, like I young, bro. Like
Yes, well, early Gen Zs, which means you should not be knowing what 6'7" means. You should be with us. You should be like, what the hell is 6'7"?
well
wait, you're 2 years older than me. What the hell?
okay,
Oh.
it's right.
Oh,
Language,
wait. Me
language,
too.
right? But you see, as a teacher now, I need to keep up with the trends. Right. When I make my
So
TikTok
ain't
video,
nobody keeping up with that.
like when I make my TikTok videos, I had to be like brain rottish to some degree. Because that's the only way to get all their attention. Like, no offense. Like,
Okay, fair enough. But it comes to a point, like why we doing this?
I don't know. That's the question I
Also,
like. Why are we doing
six
any of
seven.
that? I had to ask
Since
the teachers that. Yeah. Somebody was saying something.
yeah, why 6'7" though?
It's
Since
part
you
of a,
know.
it's part of a song. Like, it's part of a rap song. That's it. Yeah. And it get popularized in Fortnite. But I never played Fortnite in my life, so I don't know.
That make no sense. You see, young children these days should be banned from the internet.
Yeah, like
I fully agree
no,
to
like
that.
they should
Mhm.
because like my my baby cousin, well, yeah, he used to be like saying skibbity skibbity yes, and like what kind of thing is like what
Nothing just pissed me
First
off
of
that
all,
bad.
how old is baby
Nothing just pissed
cousin?
me
Like,
off that
how
bad.
old?
like 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 5,
Oh no.
5.
and then
So you
like
need to bring him. So you need to reel him back in. Show him the OG like cartoons or
You need
something.
to
Let him grow
like,
up on
you need to
Sesame Street
like
or something.
put him outside and say, "Hey, look, go touch grass," you know?
Yeah, all that
we'll
too.
do that.
Yeah.
But like
Let him go kick a ball or
no,
something.
but but,
Nothing.
but he's still on the good side, right? He's still on the decent side because he's like play outside and thing, right? But like all you need to see like those iPad kids, like the chronic
That's true.
kids, like nah, they're insane. Like they go be like shaking up their belly and I'll be like tung 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 sahur and all kind of like and it's just that's all they're saying. That's all they know. It's real insane. Like it's bad. It's real bad.
I feel like once you go down this skibidi road, there's no turning back.
This give it road
I
was
I
super
can't
wild.
I can't stress enough how much I hate this skibidi shit. So
Hey, language.
my bad.
Don't say that in the class. Is that recording?
My bad.
Yeah. Let me finish the question. I'll get in real sidetrack. All right. B to C. All right. So Ria, B to C. How would I go from B to C? Oh, and here is right. Here is when you do any question, if you find a vector, please include it in the diagram. So Ria, what vector did I find so far?
Um
Come on, man.
it have so much going
Lock
on.
in, lock in, lock in. It don't have much going on the screen. It's just one part we do so far. What we find for so far.
We find A to D.
Right. And what was A to D?
Um A minus. Is it minus?
I wasn't paying attention. All right,
So I was. So
yeah,
I was.
let me run through this back, right? If I want to go from A to D, I would go from A to O. Now, A to O is in the opposite direction of O to A. So that'll be negative A. Understand? O to A is in this direction, so it's positive A. A to O is in the opposite direction, so negative A. Understand?
Yes, I know.
And we're going in the direction of O to B, so that'll be 2B. So minus A plus 2B. So,
Oh, plus, okay.
so I'm going to write minus A plus 2B for the pink vector over there. Right? Ivan, is you that keep writing on the screen? Somebody keep writing on the screen.
There's a mistake.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So, Ria, you understand how we found A to D?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we need to go from B to C. How would I go from B to C?
Um,
There's
oh,
multiple
yeah,
routes you could take.
B to A.
Mm-hmm.
A to D, and D to C.
Sure. We could do that. B to A to D, plus B to C. Right? Okay. Ria, so B to A is the same thing as what, Ria? What is B to A the same thing as?
A to B.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
it'll be
negative A, B.
negative A, B.
I'm putting the full work in here so that when I doing, like when I reference any notes, I'll go understand everything I did. Right? So now we could continue. So Ria, what is AB?
Um,
What are we
like
using? What are we using? Like all our answers needs to be in terms of A and B. A and B, like common A and common B. So what is AB? We go figure out the negative just now, but what is A to B? What is A to B?
um,
What are we using to represent A to B?
I don't know. Oh, B.
Yeah,
I don't know why I was looking for like an actual like number value.
it's B, right? And then A to D. What do we say A to D was?
Negative A plus 2B.
Right? And D to C. Where's D to C?
Half A.
Yeah. Say understand the route we take, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that'll be plus or half A. So now we need to group together the like terms. So like terms would be like all the A terms and all the B terms, right? So Ria, let me show you how we're going to do this, right? So can you tell me what the B terms are?
Negative B. 2B.
What's negative B plus 2B? If that confusing you, just put negative 1 plus 2.
Negative 3B.
No. Another way I could write negative B plus 2B is 2B minus B.
Oh,
What's 2B minus B?
so 1B. So B.
1B. If I take away B from 2B, I remain 1B. Right? So that's
But
one.
we're not actually writing 1B.
Huh?
But we're not actually writing 1B.
We're just gonna write B. Because
Right, yeah.
need the same thing as B. Right? Okay. Again, if you're confused, just put the coefficients into the calculator. So put negative, this is understood to be negative 1, right? And this is understood to be plus 2. So put negative 1 plus 2 in the calculator, and it should get 1. So that'll be 1B. Right? Now let me look at the A terms, right? So we have negative A plus a half. If you're confused by this, you're going to put negative what in the calculator. That's understood to be negative what?
Negative 1.
You put negative 1 plus a half in the calculator, and you should get a half. So just confirm that again. When you put negative 1 plus a half,
Negative half.
Negative? Yeah, negative a half. So take a negative a half. Guys, what do you think? I mean, this is fine, right? If you write this, you're gonna get it correct. But what do you think should come first? A or B?
A.
Yeah, so we should write minus a half A plus B. Yeah, okay. Why did I say B to D? It's crazy. Supposed to be B to C. Yeah. All right, that was hard or easy? What do you think, Ria? What do you think about that?
So that was actually kind of easy.
All right, so now that we found it, we're gonna put it here, right? So that's gonna be minus a half A plus B. So a lot of these things only looking hard, but like it's real easy. Right, so that's B to C. That's it for the question. That can't be it. Out. Okay. Right. Ria, let's do part 3. So give that a read for me.
State the conclusion about today's magnitude.
Yep.
The magnitude of vector AD and the magnitude of vector BC that can be drawn from your responses in 1 and 2.
Right. So Ria, they're talking about sizes. So essentially what they want you to do is they want you to compare the size of AD and BC based on the vectors we found so far. Right? So compare the size of AD and BC by using the vectors. So let me show you. So in this question, you might be tempted to find magnitude, but you really don't. That's not really what they're asking you. That 1 mark question. So Ria, let me show you what happening, right? So Ria, they want us to state a conclusion about AD and BC. AD and BC. Again, AD and BC. Yeah?
Yeah,
AD and BC. Can you tell me what AD is?
AD
Yeah, what was vector AD?
negative A plus 2B,
And what was vector BC?
negative half A plus B.
Okay, just by looking at this lot, like from the diagram, it sort of looks like it looks as though BC is a what of AD.
A half.
You think we could prove that?
Yeah.
Let me see. So we're trying to prove that BC is equal to a half of AD, right? Let's see if we can do that. So if I find a half of AD, what's AD?
Negative A plus 2B.
What are we equal to? So a half by negative A is,
Negative a half A.
yep, and a half by 2B is, what's that?
Oh God.
You got it. Like if you divide 2 by 2,
Right.
2 into 2 is.
1B or B.
So did we just prove that B to C can be written as a half of AD?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. Watch. the first line would have been B to C is a half of AD. So that's what we're trying to prove, right? So Ria, what we know BC is?
Negative a half A plus B.
So here what I was saying, right? If we could somehow write BC as a product of AD, then we could figure out that the parallel and we could figure out the size. So let me see, right, Ria? Let me see. Um, if Ria, if I were to multiply this by a half, enter getting back this.
Yeah.
So if I could do that, then I could see how it working out, right? I could see how it working out. I feel like you could understand this more than the factorization method. I'll show you that just now. But you understand by using this method, we show that BC could be written as a product of AD. And we found out it was just a half of AD. Yeah?
Yeah.
So our answer would just be, you know, BC is a half of AD. That's it. Right? Let me show you the other way you can do this. So question, Ria, if so I have AD over here, right? If I were to factor out a half from that, what would I write on the inside? Actually, no, no. Let me use BC. Let me use BC, right? Ria, if I factor out a half from BC, what would I write on the inside?
Um,
What by a half would give me back negative a half A?
negative A.
Yep, correct, negative A. And what by a half would give me back B?
2B plus 2B.
So in doing this, we just proved that B to C is actually just a half of what? What vector is this?
AD.
Yes. So that's the preferred method. You understand that?
Yep.
Okay, I'm happy to understand that. In not confusing at all, right?
Nope.
Okay, good. So you don't have to find magnitude or anything. Granted, you could if you want.
What? That's why it's just like 1 mark.
Yeah, that's why it's 1 mark, right? Because you just had to show them that according to the ratio is like a half. So B to C is just a half of minus A plus 2B when you factor out the half, which is just equal to a half AD. So all you had to say is um all you're gonna say is the size of BC is just a half the size of AD, right? So B to C, you don't need to write this last statement, eh? Like this is fine. The length of B to C is a half of A to B. Easy? Tell me what you think.
Yeah, that was easy.
Okay, nice. Okay, so how much marks that was? 1, 2, 3, 4. There else. Hey boy, but this question was easy, right? So let me know if you're ready to move on to our next topic in the next class. How are you feeling about vectors?
Confident.
Confident that I will better hunting? Okay. I just hearing
Yes,
from
I feel like I feel like practice will just make it.
like Lucky.
Yeah.
Well, that's for all you to do. I will give you all some questions, right? And you all could do the questions and send it to me. As soon as all is sent to me, I will check it if I have the time. right? So yeah, anybody have any questions before I leave?
So one question. What does make up, like, what topic does make up the most of CXC?
Algebra. The whole of CXC is algebra. Like algebra is everywhere.
Especially with functions, because I feel like functions will just take up the whole of the paper.
Well, the reason why is because most 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 relationships in maths is a function relationship. Yeah. A relation
So
a
I
function.
just move on from Y.
Hmm?
Why we always have to find for X and Y? Why X can't just move on? Just
I could tell her trying to be funny, so I will laugh.
no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. I just fed up of finding X all the time, X and Y.
Well, if it
So I
makes it
hate
any
it.
better, I'd have other letters we could use instead of X and Y. We could use like R and V. Because like look, in this question they're asking you to find your radius. So you had to find for R. Yeah.
What
By
is with C and letters?
because letters act as placeholders. Like if you don't know something, you could assign a letter to it and find for the letter. Right? Um, this paper was, I would say 2024 was a little tricky. It's a little hard, right?
Yes, and that's the year I did.
Oh, but without a doubt, the what's take up most of maths in general is like number theory with algebra. Algebra is like a must. Yeah, right. Like, all I want to see the maths I'll be doing in UE. I'm sure. Yeah, I have it here. That is. I'm sure, yeah. What else be doing on a daily? For serious, if you think there's plenty numbers, sure.
So I don't even want to. I don't even want to imagine. I don't want to imagine. I think you're trying to make me go ball instead.
Well, I doing this.
Yes, they're trying to make me go ball because
I now understand why you people just want to like jump out window and like
This is not hard, like it gets a lot more cumbersome than this. Like I gotta show you something this is genuinely easy, right? It's looking hard. But like if I sit down and like look at this, like it's genuinely easy. It's just looking complicated. A lot of things in maths just look complicated, but like we get into that stuff, we get into this stuff like that I can't really make an excuse for. It's just genuinely like long and difficult. Yeah.
so I don't start to get a headache after seeing that whole thing.
And to make it worse, this is on my lecturer that is right.
how that even that's worse than Dr. handwriting. What is that?
I can't understand one thing you write. It's like
I don't know,
So
yes.
that's English.
it looked like he writing and like
That's
Russian
Greek or something.
or
A lot of these symbols are Greek too. Yeah,
Egyptian.
a lot of these symbols are Greek symbols. Like genuinely,
That man writing like Scrabbles.
I'm telling you, like I just really be going through it. And all I think all you gonna make me go bald. Nah, like you gonna make me go bald. All fine. All not doing anything much. Yeah.
So
Um.
that one was computer science just now with like coding and stuff.
Yeah, that's one of my courses.
Okay, I'd love to do that. That looked like fun.
That is not fun. I prefer to do
So,
all this. Like I prefer like this is one question. Like I prefer to do all this than computer science, but like it's part of my degree, so I can't really escape it.
computer science. I don't mind the long writing and stuff.
Well, if like for me, I don't like programming because there's a lot of stuff to remember. I rather figure out things.
If
And
it could teach me how to hack, then that's good.
trust me, that's like one in the movies. Like it'll be that glamorous. It's really not that glamorous in real life. Like I having to remember all of this. Yeah, it's not a good time. It's really not a good time. Why would you want to put yourself through so much torture? Um,
I asked myself the same thing when I did IT.
yeah.
I,
Well,
I got you
What is
fun. I
this?
love
Yeah,
I
I like the real dedication. I could
IT
never.
is so much fun. I love IT.
Yeah, but I nearly lost my eyesight to that. What the hell?
What kind of IT you doing?
Well, our teacher did put us with the program in Form 5. So
wait. All right. This is for class, right? We done. Are I have any questions before I continue? Like at all?
No, I don't
no.
think so.